Hey there everyone, and welcome back to more Zelda 1, or The Legend of Zelda 1. We just finished level 5, and now we're gonna go to level 6. Which also means that I will be able to show the graveyard to you. The graveyard is off to the west. But you're actually supposed to go in there, get to the graveyard by going through the Lost Woods. But we won't actually ever go there. I guess I can show an example of this, but if you go into some caves... Oh, I was not expecting a money-making game, but okay. Not that I can pay these rupees, but I guess... I was expecting an old man to say, like, pay me for the door repairs, and he'll take away 20 rupees. Yeah, there are certain old men that do that. But this is the money-making game. If you... basically, when you walk into the room, it is going to be predetermined which of these three is going to be the winning option. So you can just save state right beforehand as you're in this room. And then just abuse that just to get rupees over and over again. And you need 10 rupees to even get possibly get a prize. Well, you need to have 10. You technically do not pay 10 rupees for it. Technically, you just have to have 10 rupees in your bag, I guess, in your wallet. Because you technically don't even pay for it. What am I doing? I'm going the wrong way. Okay. I'm about to pick up the most useless item in the game. In fact, it's so useless that I don't even really need it at all. But what I just picked up right there is the Power Bracelet. It lets you push those blocks that look like snails, or, well, at least they look like that to me. But you can push these, and all of these have staircases hidden, and they'll take you to these warp. These staircases all have warps in them, and they'll just go to a certain location. I would just say that like this is like 1, 2, and 3 or something like that, and this cave is like 4 or something. Like each area goes to each staircase goes to a different location, but it all depends on where you took the warp from. So I can't really tell you which staircase goes where. So now, okay, this is the graveyard. You're supposed to get here from the south, which is where the Lost Woods is. But I came this way because I never really had to go to the Lost Woods. The closest I got to the Lost Woods was when I got that rupee drop, 100 rupee drop after level 3. So yeah. But this is the best way to grind money in this game. If you're not using save states, that is. Get all these fake ghosts out of there. Then hit the real one, which I already forgot which one it is. There. And they'll drop rupees, and well, considering they're supposed to drop a lot of rupees, that was a really sad drop. Like, I got nothing out of that time. But usually, if like I think there are 6 squares like this. I think on average you're going to get like 70 rupees out of this. Somewhere around that. Anyway, this is where the magical sword is, and you need 12 heart containers to get this. Since I have that, I'll just pick this up. I guess in terms of attack power, this one is twice as powerful as the white sword. So it basically does 4 damage per hit. Oops. And now I need to... Yeah, I had to hit that ghost 2 times before it died, so that was kind of my fault. And the magical sword does, I think, the most, well, it does the most amount of damage in the entire game, pretty much. but it's also as powerful as a bomb. So in terms of attacking, bombs become a lot less useful. There's like, I guess 2 enemies where they're still useful, but kind of semi-useful, I guess. Okay, so just pay attention to which one is the real ghost, because the real ghost is basically the ringleader, and if you kill that one, the rest will just die, like that. Most of the time they will also drop a clock, and which is funny, when you have a clock you can just get all these guys out of the graves and they're just stuck on top of it. You can only have 11 of these things on screen, by the way. And I think inside dungeons, the most amount of enemies they put in a room. Oops, well, it just did it again. That doesn't matter. Like, I do need 60 rupees before going into level 7, but I can't just come back here after going to level 6, because level 6 is right up here. Yeah, that's what I was hoping for. Yeah, also because these P-heads are flying. As they were frozen, I can't hit them, because the only way you're going to hit those is if they stop flying. Now this is the most useless staircase in the entire game. This entrance right here is supposed to go into level 6. Well, this staircase does too. Yeah, I don't know why they did that. It's weird. Anyway, we're now going to get introduced to Wizzrobes, and apparently that room had a ringleader. The orange ones are not that bad, because they will always appear within a straight line, like in front of you. So like either straight behind you, or just from the side or in front. So basically if you just go into a diagonal movement pattern, you will always avoid their blasts. But the blue ones, those are bad. Those are pretty much the hardest enemy. That's pretty much the hardest enemy in the entire game. Those are just really bad. Especially if you have the orange ones combined with the blue ones. Those are just really bad. Also, I'll just say right now, going to the very top left of this dungeon will lead to a Gleeok. Oh god. Shit. Okay, shit. I need to concentrate here because we have likes blue and orange Wizzrobes. Also, your magic shield can block your blast, so I'll just say that right now, but I need to concentrate here so I can kill these guys. Oh shit. Yep. Okay, thank god. The orange ones are easier, but their blasts do 4 hearts of damage. With the blue ring, that's 2. Now up here, if you go up here, you're going to go to Gleeok, but you can skip him by bombing here. And this is also the sole reason why people thought that the first quest was impossible to do swordless. Because at this point, you should not be able to even beat the Gleeok. The only way to beat the Gleeok is with a sword, and you can use the magic rod, but you actually have to beat them before you can even get there, or you have to bomb here, because the magic rod is basically up here, and the only way to get it in a swordless run is by bombing there and then going up here. Okay. Also, the blue Wizzrobes, they do less damage, but they take more hits. But overall, the blue ones are the most threatening of the bunch. And sometimes when they're in front of you, they'll just shoot like loads of blasts to you, and you'll just take multiple hits, and it's just really bad. And here's the magic rod, the most useful B item in the entire game. It would be even better if they worked on Wizzrobes, because they don't work on Wizzrobes actually. They don't. Which is a real shame, because that would make those guys a lot easier, but unfortunately we can't do that. So yeah, okay, these guys should now just go down with one hit, so yeah, they won't split up now because my sword is too powerful for that. Okay, I think we have more Wizzrobes in here. Yes, we... oh god. Okay, there's a trick you can do here. Like, if I were to kill the orange Wizzrobes now and leave the room, there would be a chance that one of those blue Wizzrobes would turn into an orange one. So I'm hoping that will happen. And yeah, there you go. Yeah, you can leave the room, and sometimes certain enemies can like turn into other enemies. I think like each enemy type has like a certain percentage of like what they can turn into. Oh, well, one of the light blacks actually turned into a Wizzrobe there. Well, I was hoping for an orange one, but I think like the percent is like, okay, you have so like 30% of that enemy, and you have like 20% of that, and you know, that kind of thing. It's something like that. It's probably not exactly like that, but you know, likes having those combined with Wizzrobe is just a big troll room, because Wizzrobes become a lot easier with the magic with the magical shield, and if you don't have that because you just lost it, then it's just a big kick in the face, pretty much. Now I could go left here because bombing there actually leads to the boss right away, but I'm actually going to show something which is really important if you are doing this blind, or you were intended to do this blind and you decided to watch this. If you go through here, do not go down. Like, do not go down from there, because that will lead to Wizzrobes and you'll be locked inside. So, and with the amount of hearts I would have, I would die really fast. Also, here's Gohma, the easiest boss ever. There you go. Yep, that was it. Nothing to it. That's the only orange Gohma in the entire game. In the second quest, you also have blue ones. There might actually be a blue one in this quest too, I think, maybe. But the orange ones go down in one hit with an arrow. When they have their eyes open, that is. But they always have their eye open once they get on screen. So now another function that the whistle has, I don't know if I ever explained this, but you can actually warp to like locations of where certain levels were, certain dungeons. So this is like level 1, but it's kind of a weird. There's like a weird part of programming, and so it's kind of hard to explain. And I'm going to do my best to kind of explain it, just from what I've heard, what it is, because I don't exactly remember that well. But depending on which way you're facing, will okay, well, let's say it like this. The mechanics of the whistle make it so that there's a cycle you can go through, and that cycle can like go in order or the reverse order. So you could say like, okay, the order is level 1, level 3, level 6, level 8, something like that. And then you have a reversed order, which of course the numbers are reversed. And then depending on which way you're facing as you're using the whistle, that cycle will go either up one bit or go down 1 bit. Yeah, sort of. But I used the whistle twice, as you might have seen. That made the cycle go ahead 2 times. And that made me go to level 1. It's really weird physics, and I don't really know how it works. And the only reason why I knew I was going to level 1 is because when I practiced, I was facing down and then facing left again, facing right, and that would go to level 1. Like, if you have that exact movement pattern, you will always go there. But yeah, we just got bait. We will need that for level 7. Because basically what all bait is good for is that there are grumble guys, as I like to call them. You need to give them baits, and they're always in dungeons, and the dungeons that they're in, it's always designed that you have to get bait to actually get through the level. And thus also you have to use it to beat the game, because you need all Triforce pieces in the end. Because otherwise it just blocks your way infinitely. Also, you will need to whistle to go into level 7. As you're going to see right here, the lake dries up. And I will just kill this moblin, and that will be the end of this part. So, in the next part, we're gonna go into level 7. So, see you guys later.